Burning Emotion. Pink Crystal having her first outing on the turf. It's going to be a winning one. Pink Crystal, the winner. Burning Emotion second. Emerald's Pride third. Then Woodland's Charm, Lady Laid.
There is Hey Mister. They're back towards the final furlong now. Melody King off the front, tackled by Soul Seeker, who's quickening towards the near side. Prospect is trying to get involved as well. Soul Seeker on the outside lays it down to Melody King, who's trying to battle back towards the inside rail. Melody King back for more. Soul Seeker tries to respond, but Melody King has gone on to win to Soul Seeker.
Plenty in with chances here. Akanagua Mountain against the rails. The favourite Muse House towards the outside. Red Allure coming from a long way back is Global Humour. If he can get through on the wide outside, Spanish Angel. The 6 in line. Here they come towards the line. This is absolutely wide open. Muse House just getting his head in front. This is going to be close. Muse House, wow, in a photo with Spanish Angel.
High Security in front to Majeski Man, then Gustav Graves, the Dunkirk lads trying to pick up with King of Tonga. Sound Reason to the far side. Inside the furlong, Majeski Man trying to see them off from the front. The Dunkirk lads still attacking to the near side. High Security over on the far side. Majeski Man still seeing them off. Gustav Graves lunging late. Majeski Man makes all to Gustav Graves.
In front, Emerald's Pride is next. Burning Emotion near side, and Pink Crystal had to switch and saw another gap and has now hit the front inside the final furlong. It's Pink Crystal, Emerald's Pride and Burning Emotion. Pink Crystal having her first outing on the turf. It's going to be a winning one. Pink Crystal, the winner. Burning Emotion second. Emerald's Pride third. Then Woodland's Charm, Lady Laid.
There is Hey Mister. They're back towards the final furlong now. Melody King off the front, tackled by Soul Seeker, who's quickening towards the near side. Prospect is trying to get involved as well. Soul Seeker on the outside lays it down to Melody King, who's trying to battle back towards the inside rail. Melody King back for more. Soul Seeker tries to respond, but Melody King has gone on to win to Soul Seeker.
Plenty in with chances here. Akanagua Mountain against the rails. The favourite Muse House towards the outside. Red Allure coming from a long way back is Global Humour. If he can get through on the wide outside, Spanish Angel. The 6 in line. Here they come towards the line. This is absolutely wide open. Muse House just getting his head in front. This is going to be close. Muse House, wow, in a photo with Spanish Angel.
High Security in front to Majeski Man, then Gustav Graves, the Dunkirk lads trying to pick up with King of Tonga. Sound Reason to the far side. Inside the furlong, Majeski Man trying to see them off from the front. The Dunkirk lads still attacking to the near side. High Security over on the far side. Majeski Man still seeing them off. Gustav Graves lunging late. Majeski Man makes all to Gustav Graves.
Down the bottom of the straight at Beverley, we've got High Security as the favourite here. Finished fourth on his most recent start. That was at this track. He's running off 62 today. He did win here off 64 last year, so you can make the handicapping case for him. The draw might just be the doubt, I suppose, Amy. He's coming out of stall 12, which isn't an easy place. I know so far this season the far rail hasn't been as advantageous as it sometimes can be, but I think once you're getting onto proper quick ground, it often is the place to be, and it's not that often that you want to be drawn as wide as 12.
No, if there was a bit of cut in the ground, then it wouldn't be too bad. Well, on this kind of ground, it would be a disadvantage from stall 12. I suppose the positives are this horse absolutely loves it here, doesn't he? He's a course and distance winner. He was a good fourth last time here, and the winner Majeski Man won last night as well. So, you know, he's in form, he's got good form surrounding him of what he's been running against, and he absolutely loves this venue. But it is going to be a tough task, isn't it, from stall 12? And I think especially in an apprentice race with some maybe less experienced riders, it might be a bit harder to try and sort of get over and latch onto the main group.
Yeah, he's up there at the top of the market with a couple of better drawn horses, including Imperial Khan. Yet to win, but didn't go down by too far last time out in the cheek pieces at Catterick, and that headgear is retained. Yeah,
he's a maiden after the 16 starts so far, Imperial Khan, and like you said, wasn't beat all that far last time, was beaten just a length and a quarter. That came 16 days ago at Catterick on good ground, so again, another one that comes into in good form. Obviously, this is a very different track. It's a much stiffer finish, but does have form at the likes of Newcastle as well, which is a stiff track, so wasn't being all that far, but the fact that this horse is now 0 from 16 probably just suggests that he does struggle to get his head in front.
Yeah, I thought Emerald's Pride was among the more interesting horses for Michael Dodds. Edging down the handicap now, feasibly enough treated on some of the form from last year. Admittedly, that form coming in cheap pieces that aren't on for the time being, but did win without headgear at Thirsk in the early part of this year and last year. But this year, Michael Dodd's horses have been needing their first run back, and I wonder if there could be a bit of improvement to come from that first start of the campaign from Emerald's Pride.
Yeah, and she's quite lightly raced, isn't she? She had just the 12 starts, so less exposed than a few in this field, and that win at Thirsk was good. And then sort of, I thought was racing in probably more competitive races afterwards than what this horse faces today. She was a non-run on her first 2 intended starts this time around on soft ground. So they've obviously been waiting for this kind of ground. Went to Newcastle to get a run into her. So you would imagine that she would fare better for that reappearance run. And obviously they've been waiting for this quicker ground with her, which she's going to get this afternoon.
Yeah, I think she's quite an interesting runner. So is Van Gerwen, drawn in stall 6 for Paul Midgley and Alex Fielding, and only went down very narrowly last time out to Foreseeable Future. And Foreseeable Future, although disappointing yesterday at Redcar, went into that in very good form and had all the advantages on the day. So Van Gerwen running him close, that was a solid effort.
Yeah, I think he's a really solid horse, Van Gerwen. He's 10 years old now, so he probably knows a lot more than quite a few of the riders in this race. He'll probably know his way around here better than most. He's won 9, he's run 90 times, so loads of experience, but he's still showing all that zest. Good second at Ripon last time, went down by just a nose, the very narrowest of margins. And I think in this kind of race, back at this venue where he likes, he's a previous course and distance winner, I think he's a definite player in this field.
Stella Barclay's having a good run. Dan's out the other day, continuing its fine form, the new form way. Papa Cocktail, all recent winners for the stable, and they've got Sharabang here, only narrowly denied last time.
Yeah, another one that's running into form, improved on his first couple of starts this time around when second at Hamilton just 12 days ago. Beaten just a neck by Muse House that day, so wasn't beaten far at all. And like you said, the yard just seems to have really come into a good vein of form, haven't they? So definitely one to note.
Yep, a few left to go forward. Ahead of the first of 7 then here at Beverley this afternoon. The only one that we haven't mentioned of those at single figure prices is Snowberry for Mick Appleby, and as I mentioned in the preview, Mick's horse is starting to find a bit of form again. Snowberry not beaten that far last time out.
Notice high security in 12. He reared last time as the stalls open. He's just been playing up. We've got 2 stalls handlers now just to try and sort of keep him calm and keep the blindfold on him, but keep an eye on him because it is a habit that he's got into. He can sometimes rear as the stalls open and miss the break, which is what he did last time. And from stall 12, you don't want to be missing the break.
No, he's it'd be a worry if you're with him, wouldn't it? I think there's 2 left to go forward, and it's a competitive opener. I'm going to side with the Michael Dodds horse, Emerald Pride, without a massive amount of confidence. Emerald's Pride for me. What about you?
I think Van Gerwen for me. I think he's a consistent horse at this kind of level and a good run last time.
Okay, let's get up to the commentary box. Malcolm Tomlinson.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Just Golden Prosperity to complete the lineup. Stall 10. Golden Prosperity in. That's it. They're all in. We're set to race. They're off. And rearing high securities completely blown the start from stall 12. They head through the early stages in the big racing weekend on the 10th and 11th of June Apprentice Handicap Stakes. Away well in the pale jacket is Imperial Khan, right up with them Sharabang, Van Gerwen in the black and yellow just behind the pace with Emerald's Pride in the orange cap, and they're followed through by Golden Prosperity, the white cheek pieces. On the inside, Star of Havana centre pack from Sir Arthur's Boy, who's next in the field, and then deep on the track trying to make up a little bit of ground. High Security looking towards the back of the field is How You Doing. Roman Blaze is well back, so too is Snowberry. They're past halfway and inside the final 2. Imperial Khan by a length and a half to Sharabang. Towards the far side, Golden Prosperity. In behind them is Emerald's Pride and then Van Gerwen. High Security in 6th. Then How You Doing, but they're back inside the furlong now, and it's Imperial Khan in front by a length. Racing second, Emerald's Pride trying to get there. Sharabang kept going from Golden Prosperity. Imperial Khan with Emerald's Pride blasting home. Imperial Khan doing enough, wins to Emerald's Pride. It was tight behind. Sharabang to the near side. Golden Prosperity on the inside from How You Doing and Van Gerwen.
Imperial Khan sheds his maiden for Paul Midgley and Laura Coughlin, going on to get the better of Emerald's Pride, who impressed with the way that she travelled into it and has kept running on, but never quite getting to Imperial Khan, who was up there from an early stage. Good run from Sharabang in behind them, but a winner at 4-1 for the Paul Midgley stable. It is Imperial Khan who comes home in front. Incident-packed race early on and flagged up by Amy what might happen with high security out wide. We'll see that when we pick them up from the start. But here's the closing stage. It's an Imperial Khan holding on from the strong